They're going to put in a sports book at Wrigley Field. So DraftKings has teamed up with the Cubs, and they announced a multi-year partnership that includes plans to put a sports book at Wrigley Field or in the Wrigleyville area that is outside the ballpark, that redone concourse they've put out there. Cubs becoming the first Major League Baseball team to commit to opening a retail sports book on stadium premises.
Two thoughts. First, as I tweeted out this morning, if the Cubs do not name their sports book, let's parlay two, they're not doing it right.
See what you did there.
Okay? Go to the ATMs, the Ernie Banks machine. I mean, we can keep going.
Harry Carey machine.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cash your tickets at the
keep going.
The Bartman Center.
Nice.
Let's parlay two. I mean, that's it. That's what it should be called.
But this is the future.
That's number one.
We're gonna see this everywhere now.
Number two.
It's gonna be in your seats.
Now, I know I'm conflating issues because it is on the wall of every clubhouse in Major League Baseball.
It's number one. It's like the first rule.
Walk into any locker room in Major League sports, and it's there. Warning players. Anybody who works for a sports league, we have been taught. In order for me even to walk into the NFL Network facility, I'm assuming this had to have happened. But I had to do, for an 18th consecutive year, pass with flying colors, a gambling policy,
questionnaire.
Online. I had to go view, I watched 20 minutes worth of videos, and I had
that when I was there.
I had to pass a couple of tests and stuff like that about understanding what I gleaned from it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one issue, that if you work for a sports league or you play for a sports league, you cannot bet on sports, let alone said sports league. That said, what is Pete Rose thinking today that Wrigley Field says, let's take bets?
He's wishing he was in playing stuff. Now,
do we know, did Ravel, because he's the one who broke it, right? Did he say, I haven't read his article,
Yeah,
did he say, are you allowed to bet on the Cubs in Wrigley Field? Will you be able to bet on that home team in Wrigley Field?
How could you not?
Great question.
Are they off the board?
Don't know.
I mean, because don't Vegas casinos didn't the
night stuff,
when the Maloof brothers owned that casino in Vegas, didn't they? The Palms. The Palms Sportsbook couldn't take Kings bets,
Kings
right?
Kings bets were off, yeah.
Or all Kings bets were like in Vegas. They would take UNLV games off, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember these in my past life.
So you couldn't go in.
No, so yeah. I'm saying, can you go in to Wrigley Field and say, I'm putting my money today on the Cubs?
But
in Wrigley Field, is that fine?
Holding it like that, let's say you're in Yankee Stadium and they put one eventually. I call Brockman in Yankee Stadium, gamble on it, I could make him bet for me. So why would they even do that? Because someone else can place the bet.
What is Pete Rose thinking today?
He's going crazy.
That Major League Baseball will allow a franchise, not just any franchise, one of their world-famous franchises in their world-famous jewel of a stadium will say, come in, buy your peanuts and Cracker Jacks, and let's parlay too. Literally, that's what we're doing now.
So according to the article, if the Ricketts family, who owns the Cubs, of course, were to take a stake in the DraftKings Sportsbook at Wrigley Field, MLB could place restrictions on which bets could be taken.
But they're not going to get a piece of the action? They're going to wet their beak a little bit?
I was just going to say.
Is that what you're saying? Just rent here's the space. They're not even going to take rent?
I don't know.
I have lots of questions. On behalf of one, Peter Edward Rose, right?
Oh, I think Pete Rose should demand an apology for Major League Baseball today.
No, but we're conflating issues. You're not allowed to bet on your team, which he then agreed that's what he did and signed away his right.
Yep.
to never be reinstated. But that's the point. Can you forgive it and reinstate him now that you're allowing a sports book in a stadium? That's the point.
Outside the stadium.
Outside, whatever.
Yeah, it's not going to be, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in the stadium.
They haven't decided yet.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it's like,
wow. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.